Dave Ramsey is unequivocally recommending that his listeners no longer make contributions to their traditional 401k plan. In today's video, I'll explain why. If you look on Dave Ramsey's website, it's pretty clear that he is no longer recommending that his legions of listeners make contributions to the tax-deferred portion of their 401ks. Take a listen. Let's say you have $1 million in your nest egg when you retire. That's a pretty nice stash. What if that $1 million was in a traditional 401k? Well, you'll have to pay taxes on every penny you withdraw in retirement. Depending on your tax bracket and what the tax rates are when you retire, you could wind up sending hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes to Uncle Sam throughout your golden years. That's a hard pill to swallow, especially after you've worked so hard to build your nest egg. So here Dave is sounding a bit like, well, a power of zero advisor. Why would you want to pay taxes at a period in your life when you can least afford to do so? From a power of zero perspective, this is sound advice. He goes on. Here's something else to think about. No one knows how the tax brackets or tax percentages will change in the future, especially if you're still decades away from retirement. Do you want to take that risk? So here Dave really is starting to sound like one of our own. If you don't know what tax rates will be in the year you take money out of your 401k, then you don't know how much money you really have. And it's pretty hard to plan for retirement if you don't know how much money you have. Now, Dave doesn't exactly get into the types of things that might drive tax rates up down the road, but it's very clear that the threat of higher taxes is shaping his rhetoric. Dave continues. Like it or not, it's hard to separate emotions from investing. Imagine getting to your retirement years and watching your $1 million nest egg reduced to less than $800,000 because of taxes. You'd much rather pay taxes now than see all that money fly out the door later. You'll miss $100,000 in retirement, a lot more than $100 in a paycheck now. So Dave has very clearly jettisoned the historical paradigm which said, put money into tax-deferred accounts while tax rates are high so that you can enjoy lower tax rates during your retirement years. The updated paradigm, to which he very plainly subscribes, says, pay the taxes at historically low tax rates so that you don't have to roll the dice on what tax rates will be down the road. Okay, so if Dave Ramsey is unequivocally steering his legions of listeners away from the traditional 401k, then what exactly is he recommending? Turns out it's the Roth 401k and the Roth IRA. Take a listen. The biggest benefit of the Roth 401k is this. Because you already pay taxes on your contributions, the withdrawals you make in retirement are tax-free. That's right. The money you put in and its growth is all yours. No taxes will be taken out when you use that money in retirement. On the other hand, if you have a traditional 401k, you'll have to pay taxes on the amount you withdraw based on your current tax rate in retirement. It goes without saying that your retirement savings will last longer if you're not paying taxes on your withdrawals. That's what gives a Roth 401k and a Roth IRA, for that matter, a huge advantage over a traditional investment account. And it's why we always say you should take advantage of all the Roth options you have. Okay, so Dave Ramsey really is starting to come around. I think he's internalized the calculus around paying tax on the seed versus on the harvest. He's to be wholeheartedly commended for updating his paradigm and passing that along to his listeners. Yet, having said all of that, he still has a few holes in his game. The first hole is this. He needs to talk about the importance of having at least some money in the tax-deferred bucket in retirement. Remember that if you retired today, absent any other deductions, the IRS will give you a deduction. It's called a standard deduction, which for a married couple in 2023 is $27,700. That means you can experience income from any number of sources up to $27,700 without paying any taxes at all. If all your money is in the Roth IRA and Roth 401k in retirement, then your standard deduction will sit idle. It will go unused. That means that you will have paid thousands in taxes needlessly along the way. So as a general rule, you want to have balances in your tax-deferred bucket that are low enough that RMDs in retirement are equal to or less than your standard deduction in a given year, but also low enough that they don't cause Social Security taxation. For most married couples without a pension, that ends up being about $350,000. For single filers, that ends up being about half that amount. The second hole in Dave Ramsey's game is this. As you know, he is vehemently opposed to any manner of permanent life insurance, even as a complement to your Roth IRA and Roth 401k. He even goes so far as to say that if you currently have a permanent life insurance policy, you should immediately surrender it, no questions asked. Now here's where Dave Ramsey is really straight off the reservation. Remember that cash value life insurance, or what I like to call the life insurance retirement plan, or LIRP, can do something that even the Roth 401k and the Roth IRA cannot do. It can provide a death benefit that doubles as long-term care. In other words, if you get the right type of policy, you can receive your death benefit in advance of your death for the purpose of paying for long-term care. And should you die peaceful in your sleep, 30 years from now, never having needed long-term care, then someone's still getting a death benefit, probably your kids or your grandkids. So there isn't that sensation of having paid for something you hope you never have to use. By the way, if you think that long-term care isn't a big deal, think again. A healthy 65-year-old couple has a 75% chance that one partner will require a significant level of long-term care if they each live to their projected actuarial life expectancies. And it's not hard to burn through a lifetime of savings due to a long-term care event. So in summary, Dave Ramsey is starting to come around, but he has a lot further to go before he becomes a member of my elite POZ advisor group. And while I appreciate his full-throated endorsement of the Roth IRA and the Roth 401k, I certainly won't be holding my breath on any forthcoming endorsements of cash value life insurance. If you want to learn more about how to incorporate multiple streams of tax-free income into your retirement plan, be sure to check out my tax-free toolkit. You can download it for free at taxfreetoolkit.com. By the way, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to drop them into the comment section below. I respond to every single one of them personally. And don't forget to click like, subscribe, and the bell so you never miss a video. This is David McKnight. I look forward to seeing you on the next video.